Welcome. This is another segment that's going to be interesting. Thought I would start out with something completely different. Glory be to God. And now we will go around. So, I've done a lot of grafting ones. I haven't done one in a while. I just wanted to do an update for 2022 uh, year. Uh, let's go into the shade here. So right here we have some hydrangeas. We tried to do some blue spruce, as you can tell right there, but so far nothing's really taken. I really shaped up around here. I really gotten everything picked up and looking nice. So hopefully, in the next couple of seasons to come, we can do a lot of propagation in here. Maybe put a tank in right here. It's hard to say. Well, then we go to the greenhouse. The propagation bed is still underway. Sorry, holding stuff in my hands here. It's still underway. As you can very well tell. So, here's the propagation bed. I do have some Prunus Mariana 2425 rootstocks, and then the Semi-Dwarf Bud or Belushulax 9 Dwarfing rootstocks. That's apple, that's plum. Uh, I got the pumpkin right there, which is the only one that took. Over here, the figs, I've been watering them. They are doing better, by the way. The figs here are doing better. We got the Vista fig, the Chicago Hardy, the White Arabic, which I have another one of those, and then a bunch of these guys, which are LSU no, sorry, these are Desert King. So the figs are doing good. Um, the vines are coming in nicely. We got three out of the six survived, so that's pretty good. Now another thing we'll be hopefully diving into is I think it's going to be a big season for this upcoming winter, along with the propagation, is seed planting. As you can tell, I got 3 apples and uh, 4 cherries. I tried to propagate some blueberries right here. They never took. Those are a bunch of irises that I have to give away. So these guys obviously need water tonight. It's been a while for them. And I got a lot more seeds to plant. Um, it's rather a dry day. I'm gonna bring you over here next. So as far as the berry patch goes, because I know you've been interested in the, well, this is the berry patch. Nothing much, but we have one very large, which it almost looks like it's gonna root up over there. One very large uh, black cap, 2 red Latham raspberries, and one, if you can see him right here, he grew this way. He's a thornless triple crown blackberry. He's pretty good, and this is all him too. Which sporadically, a person's house that I know, they have the same one, same age, and it sporadically this month in August started to grow another set of flowers. I think they're false flowers. This is the plum tree, one of the plum trees. As you can tell, they like to grow very thick and very big. Um, in the future, I have made some recommendations as far as possibly grafting onto this elbow to bring back some of the weight on this side of the tree, and grafting onto that elbow again more this way, and leaving all of this top growth on this side. These are all from the roots. This one I grafted. He's a different type of plum that I grafted onto what I believe is a European plum, actually. The apple tree, it died up top completely. It died. Like, it came back a little, then it died. But the roots, I got at least 2 feet of growth. Now, if I can protect that from the rabbits, this guy will do absolutely fine. In fact, he's at the point where next year he'll be above this height. He won't be what this guy is up top here. This was a Honeycrisp. He will be the bottom rootstock, which I don't know what that was. And then this guy is the pear, and more specifically, he is the Bartlett, the Prunus comus Bartlett pear right there. You can see the tag. I didn't think he was going to come back. He not only came back, but he came back like tenfold. So now again, we're just going to protect him as well, get him going, and then hopefully next season he'll compare with that. So we have this pair and that pair. The idea is just let all this top part grow straight up. And then these apples, they came back. This is an Anatovica. It came back. It's almost a foot tall. This is a mixed breed crab apple that I planted by seed. It's almost 3 years old, and it came back. And I think those ones died, but this one came back. All the grafting that was done on this guy came back. And it's looking pretty healthy and pretty good. It's a blessing from God, really. And there are, like I said, one right there, one right here, pears. And the grafts themselves took. And this guy has a ton of new growth from this season. We're talking from here to here is a foot, 2 feet, 2.5 feet, almost 3 feet of growth, depending. Like that, right here, from this nub right here all the way up, that's a meter. That's a meter growth. So everything did pretty good. Sunflowers right there against the building did pretty good. The hollyhock is a white hollyhock, a very pretty white hollyhock. It's about at least 4'11" or so. The rose bush, it took over completely, and it even grew this way. The sunflower did pretty good for the most part. If we go this way, that same rose bush I put over here about 2 years ago, and you keep up with the watering, it's doing pretty good. This is a purple leaf sand cherry. It's doing good. This is a Loroportone, which is a fall-bearing shrub. So this fall, that thing will be this very violet purple. This guy, if you remember correctly, he was a whole tree that came up to about here. It died, just like the apple over there, but just like the apple over there, the bush came back. So now we're just going to let this bush grow, and we're going to put a fence around it because I know the rabbits are going to want those apples, the apple growth there. This, I think, is some sort of tree. I think it's maybe a poplar. This is a lilac, I believe a dark purple. This is the Macintosh. A lot of bottom end growth, some internal growth, and then of course a lot of exterior top growth. But the middle is pretty much free and clear of growth, except for the bottom here. Now there is an issue with this I'd like to address. If you look at this branch particularly right here compared to the rest of it, we're in August, so these leaves should be good for at least another month. But notice on the ground a bunch of apple leaves. Also notice how this branch in particular looks to be like it's dying because of disease right here. So if it comes down to it, I'll probably have to cut it right here. But I was looking at it, and if you look, still green, still pliable. So I don't know why the leaves are dropping so early. But it's not just the apples I've been noticing. Look at the lilacs. This is a light purple lilac. The leaves are actually starting to drop early this year, which is quite interesting. It shouldn't be happening until at least September. The oak is looking very strong. No more caterpillars this year, which was such a blessing. Because last year it destroyed this tree. Just absolutely destroyed this oak. This year we have full leaves coming back. It's a blessing from God. And then of course, this is the cedar. It's doing pretty good. But what I wanted to show you was the apples over here. I've had to put these guards around them. I had to make them myself because the rabbits started chewing. And it's just absolutely horrible. I may have to go higher. I'm thinking I'm going to have to put fences all the way around this stuff because that's not going to keep the rabbit. And I have a family of rabbits right over there. So either I get rid of the rabbits or protect the trees. And when it comes down to it, let the rabbits be, just protect the trees. I'm just going to put a big cage around them. Same thing with this guy. I put a shield on him right there so they couldn't chew the bottom. He is full. He hasn't had any fruit ever. He had a couple flowers last year, none this year. So maybe next year you'll get flowers, but he's full. He was planted by seed over there. Then we moved him over here, 6, 7 years ago, and he's been doing just fine. But that is an apple. And then this guy is actually doing pretty good for the most part. He is a peach. And I mean, he's really gotten some good height to him. He's a good sized peach. But he does, just like peaches are known to do, he has this protection seal right there, right here in between the cracks. So that is a lot to look out for. And right here, this is a peach, but we're going to have to be careful about how we go about, you know, taking care of this guy. Technically, the second year wood should be pruned off and the first year wood should remain. Very red, isn't it? And then we have another one of those plums from way over there. You can see him from here, that guy right there. This was one of them. And he's doing just fine. He's filling right out. He's looking real nice. And if we go down this line, because it's like a property line, you hear the crunch. The grass is starting to die, and when it does that, you get this crunch every time you walk. And then another thing is you see this knot grass. That knot grass will come in because of the heat. And once that stuff comes in, you know you're in for it. You can see it has that purple haze to it right there. Yeah, that's knot grass. The only way to deal with that is the minute it comes, mow it. Because if you don't mow it, what will happen is it will just be so nasty. The mower will go, the blades will hit over it, and it will just go down and then come back up because it's bouncy. So it'll look horrible. But besides that, it's a nice looking grass, nice purple hue. This guy has survived negative 25 and 95. Um, he is going on 3 years old next February 10th. Right now he's 2 years old. I planted him by seed. He's been here ever since, and he is looking pretty good. I was going to graft to him, but now we got 2 apple trees that were planted by seed. I'm just going to let this guy grow. Of course, the top off that one came off, and then he bushed straight out. This is an evergreen, like a Scotch pine, or one of those pitch pines. You notice how the needles go all the way down, and they're kind of long and wiry. Some people would consider that a Christmas tree. Hint, hint, you know who you are. It's not a Christmas tree. Those blue guys, they're more like a Christmas tree. So if we go this way, yeah, we're still doing work around here at Almost All About Wood, which I think the name has changed for the shop here. But actually we're headed that way right there. Yeah, we're headed this way. So this guy has done pretty good as far as updates have go. And then I'll do another video, but this one right here is just the outside updates for the lawn and stuff, because it's been a while, and I really haven't done that much because I've been doing other stuff. But nonetheless, we have the tree that I named. This is a crab apple, both of these guys right here. This is a red green, and that one right there is a yellow green. Connected somewhat at the base, but they give off 2 different color apples. I got a crimson that I fully grafted right here all the way up. I got this guy right here, which is a red tick. And then the rest is nothing really. I had to cut it off right here recently because it was dying. This is my grandmother's apple tree, which is coming back. This one was here, and then it died, and I notched it right there. Got a bunch of new growth, so maybe I can send off some more of the scion wood. I already sent some to my buddies. No apples. There was an apple, and then it kind of just went away. This is an Edelweiss grape right here. This guy, and he's doing pretty good. First full summer here. Last year I planted him midsummer, so this is right when I planted him. So almost a year, yeah. Yeah, a year right now. Blackberry patch. We're trying to get rid of all of these blackberries, and they keep on popping up from the roots. Those are the milkweeds, which as you can tell the butterflies love, so we're just going to let those grow, I guess. So, hello. So now we're gonna, so those are pretty much all the updates for the everything that was going on around here. I don't know how much more of that will, because as stuff gets deeper into the soil and stuff, the less you have to maintain it as far as watering goes and keeping up with it. But you still have to do the pruning and the care for it. The plum patch has come in. This plum right here, this Native American plum that I'm about to show you, has come in real good. And here, I'll show you that plum. The greenhouse. I got the siding up on the greenhouse. Forgot about that. Got this whole patch taken care of. Now it's nice to walk on. The plum orchard is slowly but surely coming in. This guy took right off. Again, a meter of growth. And then not only a meter of growth, but his roots went this way. And now you got the same plum. And that's also Native American. That's a Stan Lee plum. That one right there in the corner is a California plum. So as you can tell, it's coming in quite nicely. Now we're back at the Flyaway, the greenhouse here, which I may change the name. But as you can tell, I got the siding on, and I even got a lock for the door, which is quite nice. But when I open this on a day like today, the heat, yeah, right here, I'm like a meter away, and it is just pouring out of there. If I were to put any plants in there, they would die. Bad enough out here, but in there, it's like an oven. So actually, I purposely leave the door open. The flowers have come in. These hollyhocks next year should be twice as big. Should flower. Then we got other ones. This is the second generation of peas. I had some that I planted by seed. I took the seeds from them, planted these, and they came up. So that would be for the fall. The peas weren't bad. They're a little chalky. Got the log cabin siding put on with the window framed in. You see the door? I kind of, yeah, so. And now that's pretty much all the updates I got. Um, of course, the black walnuts, last year they had a great growing season, productive season, which means for the next 3 years you won't get any black walnuts, I don't think. You know what I'll end with? I'll end with this right here. I gotta water these guys, but I'll end right here with the mammoth sunflowers behind me. That guy right there, look at him. He's about ready to flower. Give it a little bit, he'll flower nicely. I'm hoping it's orange. I don't like the yellow sunflowers. I like the maroon orange ones, but we'll see. Whatever God allows for, I should say. So, peace, blessings, and graces to you all. God loves you all. Stay safe, and hopefully I can get some more updates, or God will allow me to. But I know it's been a while. Just stay safe. Court out. Bye.